Alright guys, in this video we're going to work through this example where we have a block with a mass sitting on a curve at a certain point and we want to know if it's going to slip. This is going to depend on the slope of the curve at its current location and also the static coefficient of friction. So in this problem the curve f of x is given to us as negative 0.5 x squared plus 5. Now, just before we get into solving the problem, I want to remind you that this video is part of a full free course on statics. It's on my website at engineerforfree.com/statics. But basically in here, there's over 70 tutorials. Each of them is about a 5 to 10 minute video covering all the different topics you'd find in statics. So starting off with vector review, 2D problems, moments, friction, 3D problems, trusses, frames and machines, centroids and distributed loads, and a whole bunch of stuff on shear force and bending moment diagram. So if you are studying statics, I do recommend checking out the whole course. The link is in the description below. So the curve that we're given is f of x is equal to negative 0.05 x squared plus 5. The first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to find the point on the curve where the block is sitting, and we just do that by plugging 5 into f of x. Technically, we don't need to solve that, but it's just nice to know. And if you wanted to write the equation of the tangent line, then you would need that point. But in this problem, we only actually need the slope, so we're going to do that by finding the derivative. So that is just f prime of x, and we just have to apply the power rule to each term, so we're just going to have negative 0.1x as the derivative. The next thing that we want to do is we just want to plug in 5 to find the slope, which is negative 0.5 at this point, 5, and y is equal to 3.75. So a slope of negative 0.5 means that we drop 0.5 for every one that we go across. But we're going to want to convert this into an angle and know what the slope is in degrees. So if tan of theta is equal to 0.5 over 1, basically the opposite side over the adjacent side, then theta is going to be equal to the inverse tan of 0.5 over 1, or just simply 0.5. We don't need to bring the negative sign in because from the perspective of theta, 0.5 is positive and 1 is positive. So if we just run that through our calculators, we're going to find that theta is 26.57 degrees. So really what we have is just a block sitting on an inclined surface. It is a curved surface, but at this point, the angle of the slope is 26.57 degrees. So let's go and draw the free body diagram of this block sitting on that slope. And I draw the coordinate axis as x prime and y prime. It's just tilted also at 26.57 degrees. So when we go on and label our forces here, we have the weight of the block, which points down in the y direction, but we want to find the components that are perpendicular to the surface and parallel to the surface. So the component that is perpendicular to the surface is the red one. We're going to call that W perpendicular, and then the component that is parallel to the surface we're going to call W parallel. The surface is tilted here at theta degrees, and that makes this angle in here also theta. And really, if we look at the vector, which is its weight, which we're going to calculate in a second, it is just the vector sum of the red vector plus the blue vector, just added tip to tail, but these just happen to be oriented in the directions that we're interested in. The other thing that is going to be on our free body diagram is going to be the force of friction, and that's going to be pulling upwards opposite the impending slip. Now, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves here, so let's just go and calculate what is the weight. It is just the mass times gravity, which is 392.4 newtons. So we want the components of weight, again, the red component and the blue component, the red one being that is perpendicular to the surface or normal to the surface, and the one that's parallel to the surface. Simply just using right angle triangles and SOHCAHTOA, the opposite side here, W parallel, is just equal to W sine theta, which is 175.5 newtons. And the perpendicular component, or the adjacent side of this right angle triangle, is just going to be equal to W cos theta, and that works out to 351 newtons. So the normal force, which is just the force that is pressing normal or perpendicular into the surface, is just the red component that we found, which is 351 newtons. And the maximum static friction force that we can get is mu s times n, which is 193.1 newtons. So to answer the question of will it slide, well, our maximum friction force is greater than or equal to our parallel force, which is going down the slope. And with actual values, we have 175.5 newtons for the parallel force, which is less than or equal to the maximum of 193.1 newtons for the maximum friction force. So the block will not slide. Technically, according to the free body diagram, in its static position, we won't actually be getting 193.1 newtons here. We'll be getting exactly balanced. It will be 175.5. because the static friction will just match exactly what it needs to up until its maximum, where it's basically going to fail and the block will start sliding. Alright guys, that's it. If you made it to the end, thank you very much for watching. Do check out the full statics course or playlist. Both of the links are up on the screen. I hope to see you guys in there.